here for the party. Trust me, we just getting started. The sound, the vibe, I feel so alive. I'm only here for the party. Trust me, we just getting started.
Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. This, as you should have seen from the wee introduction screen, is going to be a video about the Celtic FC women's side, the Celtic GHIRLS. So if you don't follow the Celtic women's side, this video may not be for you. However, there will be further videos throughout the week and over the international break, keeping everyone up to date with the main Celtic men's team. Today's video is going to be a wee post-match reflection on Celtic's game at the weekend, where they beat Queen's Park 9-1 in the quarter-final of the Sky Sports Cup, which is the Women's League Cup. And in the draw that was just a few minutes ago, Celtic have been drawn away from home in the semi-final against Rangers, with the other semi-final being Hibs against Glasgow City. And so, in essence, we've got the 4 of the top 5 clubs in Scottish women's football playing each other in the semi-finals. And so, however Celtic drew in today's draw was going to be a difficult match. Sorry that the video was a wee bit later than planned. Some problems due to the bad weather where I live with the internet. And was also waiting for all the video goals and highlights of the game to become available via YouTube and via the internet. So in today's video, we're going to have a wee look at Celtic's 9-1 win, and also a wee brief look ahead to Celtic's next game, which is against Rangers in the SWPL. That's going to be a game at Ibrox, 7:30 kick-off on Friday, and that game will be live on Sky Sports. And it's a game in which Celtic will be going into full of confidence, but still quite a number of Celtic's better players and experienced players still out injured, which is rather unfortunate. So Lena Sadiku, 1 or 2 wee changes to her usual starting 11 for the game against Queen's Park on Sunday. Back in goals was Lisa Rogers. Back 4 of Emma Lofton at right back, Claire Walsh and Kelly Clark as central defenders, Hannah Luke coming in at left back, Lisa Robertson as the more defensive midfielder, with Miriam McInerney and Momo Nakau in front of her. Out wide on the right, Morgan Cross, on the left, Jenny Smith, and through the middle, Saoirse Noonan. And although Celtic were well on top for the first 20 minutes or so, it did take them a bit of time to get their first goal. Although having got that first goal in the 23rd minute, they were able to add 6 more goals prior to half-time to go in at half-time 7-0. First goal was a brilliant front post header from Maria McInerney. Lovely in-swinging left-footed cross by Hannah Luke from the corner flag. And Maria McInerney scored with a good, powerful header. Celtic's second goal came in the 31st minute, this time by Saoirse Noonan from the penalty spot. Another corner kick, this time a short corner routine, ball into the box, and Lisa Robertson was pushed over, quite a clear penalty kick, and Saoirse Noonan very confidently slotted the ball away in the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. Celtic then added their third goal 2 minutes later in the 33rd minute, this time by Momo Nakau. Good move down the right-hand side by Celtic. Morgan Cross into Saoirse Noonan, who passed to Emma Lawton, who then laid the ball off to Momo Nakau on the edge of the box, and a powerful shot to beat the goalkeeper to her left, and Celtic 3-0 up. After 33, added another goal in the 40th minute, this time by Morgan Cross. Absolutely stupendous ball through the defence by Momo Nakau. Morgan Cross timing her run perfectly, and a good left-footed finish this time. Beat the goalkeeper. Celtic added their next in the 44th minute, another goal for Saoirse Noonan. Wonderful cross by Maria McInerney from the left byline, and Saoirse Noonan scored with a head from around about 4 or 5 yards out. Sixth goal, another goal for Morgan Cross, 45th minute. Wonderful 1-2 between Cross and Momo Nakau. Momo Nakau then released Morgan Cross, who beat the defender and then beat the goalkeeper 6-0 up, and Celtic had time to add one more goal before half time. 2 minutes into added time, Jenny Smith had a good shot that was well saved by the Queen's Park goalkeeper. However, Emma Lawton was first to the save, rebounding off the goalkeeper and sneaked the ball in at the post, and Celtic went into half-time 7-0 up. Celtic kept the same same 11 players on the pitch for the start of the second half, added another goal in the 50th minute, another goal for Emma Lawson, another assist for Momo Nakau. Great 1-2 between Momo Nakau and Emma Lawton, released Emma Lawton in behind, and she hit a powerful shot through the goalkeeper's legs. Celtic then made a few substitutions. Off went Cross, Nakau and Smith. On came McGoldrick, Richardson and Dara Dawson, three of Celtic's young talented players, and it was Dara Dawson, wonderful pinpoint cross from the left wing, swinging in, Maria McInerney rising above the defenders to send a looping header past the Queen's Park goalkeeper, and Celtic were 9-0 up. On the break, Queen's Park did get a consolation goal in the 70th minute from Chomzuk. They quickly got the ball out of defence. Celtic maybe just a wee bit slow to get back, a wee bit slow to mark Chomzuk in the box, and she beat Lisa Rogers, who had no real chance to save the shot, and Celtic saw out the last 20-odd minutes of the game for a nice, comfortable 9-1 win, and would appear to have got through the game injury-free, so all Celtic's current starters and current substitute backup players are all technically fit for Friday's game against Rangers. Hopefully Celtic also might get one or two of their injured players like Chloe Craig, Natalie Ross, Emma Weston, one or two others off the injury table and back into the team. As the stronger Celtic have on the bench, the better it is for them winning the game in the long run. As I said, the draw for the semi-finals of the Sky Sports Cup was done just a few minutes ago. Hibs at home to Glasgow City, and Celtic have drawn an away tie against Rangers in the semi-final. That game will be around about the February the 1st, depending on which games are chosen for live TV coverage on what day, but it should be around about February the 1st. And maybe by that time, Elena Sidikou would have been given a bit of extra cash to bring in another player or two to augment her squad so that Celtic can go for the two cups and the league, or certainly get there as high a position as they can in the league, as I do think, given the fact there are 5 strong teams all vying for the title, that it's going to go right down to the wire, and hopefully Celtic can be in the reckoning for the title right to the end of the season, and in the reckoning for the League Cup and the Cup as those two both play their way out through the season. So it will be interesting later in the week to get a wee update from Elena Sidikou on how things have been going in training, how Celtic are doing in terms of getting players back fit and on the pitch. As the more experienced, better quality players that Celtic have, the better. As one of the factors that has been acting against them in the games against Rangers, Hibs and Glasgow City earlier in the season has been the fact that they generally have a lack of experienced players to come off the bench and are tending to play players recently out of Celtic's academy or recently joining from women's college football in America. So that just about finishes things off for today's video. As always, please do click that subscriber button if you're not yet subscribed. Very few Celtic-based channels cover the women's team at all, and so adding subscribers helps that keep going from this channel. And do pop your own thoughts into the comment section regarding the win over Queen's Park at the weekend, especially if you were able to get to the game live, which I wasn't, and what your thoughts are for the Rangers game coming up on Friday and the Rangers game in the semi-final, which will be next February the 1st or around that date. And so until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.